So since I've been prescribed Plaquenil, would have been 2 weeks ago, not taking that right now. Uh, it is used for multiple autoimmune conditions. I was anticipating that appointment for quite some time because, I think I'd gone through so many other doctors and tests. This was kind of like something I thought, or everyone was just waiting for this one. And I just knew that I would get some sort of answer maybe from her. So she described to me connective tissue disease, which is basically when your body attacks. So autoimmune conditions are when your body is attacking itself. Connective tissue disease is when your body is attacking its own tissues. A lot of autoimmune conditions, diseases, if you will, can be extremely clear on the symptoms when a person has one. Some can be have like a crossing between two different autoimmune conditions, and then there are some where it can show up in your blood work but you might show no symptom, and then there are some where you show signs and symptoms but it doesn't show up in your blood work. So the whole thing is just a shit show.
Look at that Rocky Mountain gold right there.
Yeah.
Hell, it was born in the Rockies.
So what they are testing me for now, and what is weighing on my mind now, is lupus. And lupus is a condition. Oh, sorry. That is weighing on me. It's still so unclear. So connective tissue disease, I guess, is what it is, and lupus is can be one of those. Between what they tell me and the research that I do, and it's a lot of information, plus I know what I'm talking about. Again, the issue is me communicating, repeating what it is. So, a lot of people have experienced a lot of joint pain. I don't feel like I have a lot of pain. I also feel like I have a high pain tolerance. I have scoliosis, so my back, I don't think I know anymore what it's like to have a comfortable back. I'm always adjusting, as you've probably seen over the last however long this is. My wrists would hurt, but everyone that does hair, their wrists hurt from cutting and things like that. My symptoms, I would say about half align with symptoms of lupus or connective tissue disease, and half don't. It's hard because I've researched and I know the lifestyle that somebody with rheumatoid or lupus or connective tissue disease has to live. You cannot work. Your immune system is overworking, so it's basically what would say you could say work a 40-hour work week. Somebody with something like this cannot. because you need all that time to rest. You just cannot. For some people, it's so painful they cannot work, can't get out of bed. It's really quite awful, and I think the change is the hardest part is going from being such an active person who likes to work a lot to feeling so fatigued. And it's just a constant thing of you kind of prepare, like, okay, if I'm going to do this if I'm going to go to this social situation and I want to feel good the whole time, you kind of have to prepare for first, you can't do 20 million things and then go do that and then do 20 million things after. Like, you have to rest, you have to feed your body the right things. You can't, it's, the consequences are so great for if you overwork yourself. It's not worth it, if that makes any sense. So you just have to kind of learn to adjust. I think in my life in the last few months, I've made several adjustments, and I probably have several more to make. But, it's not a bad life to have to live healthy. It's just funny, like, for some people, it's like whatever's hard for you, right? So through this whole thing, I eat dairy-free, gluten-free. I have had some drinks casually in the last couple weeks. I'm also allergic to eggs, whey, yogurt, and something else, which I can't really remember, but I should. I keep forgetting what it is. And so you take that aspect. You can't just go to Starbucks and get a snack. That's not going to work. Well, there's one thing I can get there that's pretty good. And so there's the food aspect. I mean, if you're going out for dinner, like, everything is just an adjustment. And it's, eggs are in everything, but whatever. So then you take that I had lost my license. Then you take this new relationship person, throw that in the mix. I quit my career. I start a new job at the gym, which is perfect. I'm on this roller coaster of visits to the hospital and naturopath. I get these IVs in every couple days. I also now get colon hydrotherapy, which you can Google because I don't want to talk about it. And what else do I do? I just try to make the most of every day, I guess. And it's been a lot. And people ask me all the time how I do it. And honestly, I couldn't tell you, but I've always said that, I don't know a lot, but I know my belief system. So if you know that much, then you're gonna be fine. I think that these life experiences, I think I'm going through that right now, and it's really hard. I don't recognize myself when I look in the mirror. My weight goes up and down. My skin, like, it's nice. It's just the coloring is weird. There's like one thing that's on my mind often is that with lupus you have kind of violet, or with like collective tissue disease, like around your eyelids, and I always chalk that up to being just like unfair, and that's the coloring of my eyelids, which I'm just gonna have to believe because I'm not ready to come to terms with that. Your body changes so much. My body changed like drastically. Day to day it does, depending on how much rest I've had, if the stress is getting me down. Lately I've cried a lot. I've been pretty stressed out this time. It's catching up to me. Like I think I'm burning out and now I'm healing, and I'm just all the feelings that have surfaced from the whole thing. So, which is good, I guess. I don't know, has to happen. And what else? I think this is how wise people get wise, for sure. I'm grateful this happened to me now, because now, for the next however many years of my life, and for my kids, I'm a changed person, or I'm an enhanced version of myself, or maybe who I've always been is just finally, I'm not so closed off anymore. Another positive would be all the relationships that have grown and changed and been forgotten. I have the best group of people around me now. It's unbelievable. That's so, so, so important. You have to have a good crop. You can't have one negative energy or one toxic situation and expect yourself to get better. I think it's so important for people to also invest in their health. I think that it's important to be conscious and aware of emotional aspects of people's situations. That's definitely something that I feel like everyone wants to believe that they do, but I just think I've become a better listener, and you have to just be honest, and I think I became very vulnerable. Which, who wants that? Because when you're vulnerable, then you can get hurt. And you just have to do it. You just gotta do it and keep going. And if you're, vulnerable to the right people, you're gonna be fine. And I know that now. I also think, I think that a lot of the times lately people will tell me, like they somewhat half know what I'm going through, and they'll say like, you don't look sick, Chelsea. You look great. Like, you look skinny. Or like, you look glowing. And like, a lot of it is very kind words. And I see that it's genuine, but I feel, for me, it's hard when you wake up, you don't really know. Like, today I cried, so I'm very puffy. I also feel very swollen here. I feel like I have not really any muscle. Like, I wear these kind of shirts that I've had, and they fit all very differently on me now. I have not really lots of muscle that I feel like I used to. And my point is, all those things can be earned again through hard work, right? And I'm going to get back in there, and I'm going to train, and I'm going to feel super sexy and super strong and super tan in time. Soon enough, right? But it's just so, my spirit and my soul is so much stronger and better. I think that people see that when they look at me, and that's something that shows through your eyes. And when someone says, you look great, Chels, I don't take it as giving credit to Sephora and all their makeup. I give it credit to the hard work and the healing after all this time, and healing from within. And it's true, like, you're not okay inside, and if you're not okay in your mind, you're not going to be okay. You could look like so hot, you're not going to be okay. And it's such a powerful thing to have a strong mind, and it's something that each person has to find for themselves. And I think that's what's so special about the whole thing, is that you have your mind, you can do anything. I mean, I'm so much better. 2.5 months ago, I wouldn't have been getting out of this bed. I wouldn't have put my earrings in or put my bracelets on. I would have not been even thinking of having a video of me, because wouldn't like the way I would have looked, and all that fear is gone away. And I think that as hard as this has been, and as hard as it's probably going to be for just a little bit longer, I just have to look at it as that it's worth it. I am grateful, and I think what it is that for people who feel that they could not get through this, you can. The difference is that in my life over the last few months, it wasn't one thing. It was everything in a short amount of time. Instead of, one hardship after the other. I just got mine a little bit quicker. And I'm really grateful for that, because that just leaves me so much more room for growth quicker. And in the larger look of life, this is not that much time. It's a few months. Might be a few more months. My lifestyle has changed forever anyway. I have to keep eating the way I'm eating, and I have to just be aware of my emotional state. That affects people's health, so you just need to really take care of your mind and your soul, and keep good spirits, keep good people around you. And when you wish well to others, you feel so much better too. It's kind of a bit of a selfish act, but everyone is benefiting, so do it anyway. I've learned a lot lately to give. You don't have to physically be giving something. Like, if you are connected with a higher power, or whoever you want to be connected with, and you allow yourself to feel those energies and come through, then you're able to give those energies to somebody else, whoever it may be. Someone comes to your mind who needs it, somebody you don't know, and in return, that yourself is fulfilled as well. So you just gotta take care of yourself in every way, and that's the only way I really know how to give any explanation of what's going on with me and how I'm gonna heal. Am I devastated if they say that I have lupus? Yes, I am, because I don't want that. Am I gonna live with it for the rest of my life? On my mind? They say yes, I say we'll see. Connective tissue disease and rheumatoid and all those have no cure. It's just, I don't think that it's fair to say that. In my lifetime, there will be a cure for those things. Maybe I don't end up having lupus. Maybe I end up becoming an advocate for autoimmune and for people who have lupus, because I don't think that there's enough attention. Like, why don't we have a cure? I don't know. Maybe the cure is that maybe it's not a medicine. Maybe it's not Plaquenil or prednisone or these heavy drugs and steroids. Maybe it's wholly all around your lifestyle and yourself. And doctors and naturopaths have known to not get along. So if there is no cure from a doctor for this, then we must be able to solve it in another way. There's 3 solutions for every issue in your life. And I don't know, call me crazy, but I'm fully confident that people with autoimmune conditions know that they can heal themselves. You just have to adjust. You just have to. Maybe it's not fair for me to even say right now, because I don't even know if I have that. But I always have a plan for if I do. And if they say I have connective tissue disease, am I going to be devastated? Yes, I will be. Because I do not want connective tissue disease. I don't choose any of this. I don't know when they're going to come up with something to tell me that I have, that I'm going to be okay with having. They all say that I'm confusing them, so maybe I don't know. I don't know. But just need a little more time, and I'll be fine, right? It'll be so good. And then everything else in my life will fall back together the way that it's supposed to be. I also believe that if you're not feeling yourself, or like you're not 100%, nothing else is going to align properly. That's the way that my theory is, so that's obviously why it goes that way for me. If I'm not feeling healthy, everything else is not going to be good. If I'm not digging my friends, then that's going to put stress, and I'm not going to do very good. If you get wasted, it's like a hangover. Like, if you get wasted, you have a hangover, nothing that day is going to go good. It works the same way. So, once I feel good again, everything else is going to be good. And I don't think it'll take much more time. 2 months? It can't take 2 months. I can take 2 more weeks. Anyway, I have to pee so bad, so I have to shut this video off again.